And good afternoon. We are here in the studio for Harlem Sculpture Gardens, and we have the artist with us, Iliana Emilia Garcia. Welcome, Iliana. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you? Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Now, Iliana and we've known each other for several years.
We can say several.
Yes, several years. I know her, I know her sister, I know her children, I know her sister's children. We go back quite some time. And so she's here today to share with us information about her sculptural installation called The Jungle. And I want her to describe that a little bit for us and the process in creating this work.
Thank you, Savona. I'm actually super happy to be part of the project. I have been looking to do actually the jungle for a while.
Okay.
Because I've always been interested in public art and in the importance of public arts and history at the same time. The jungle is a composition of 7 chairs, one of my iconic objects that I always use in my work, made of metal, and they're actually positioned in different heights and looking at different views. And the concept that I was thinking of is like I always work with the concept of community, and also about memory, history, and emotions. And I like the idea to think that we are all like, we live in a jungle. Mm-hmm. We are all like trees in a forest with different branches, different heights.
Okay.
But we are always looking for the sun. We're always looking to grow, and we always actually are very attached to our roots. So at the end, this diversity is also a sameness.
Okay.
And I love to play with that. At the same time, I also realized that, we become this community.
Okay.
But that is also very divided at the same time by ideologies, man-made borders, disagreements, things that are actually not even with us, but they get to us.
Okay.
So labels. So in this back and forth of being the same, being different, and celebrating both, I also like to point how we, at the end, we always choose kindness through hate. We always, at the end, choose community against isolation.
Okay.
Even if sometimes the road looks and the path looks very stormy and it takes very long, at the end there is always that, no ending, but that moment when we actually are together.
Okay.
And we become trees.
Okay.
We share the ground.
Okay.
And in this case, the chairs are all high because we are all different perspectives. We all come from different walks of life. But we always stand for each other because at the end, as humans,
right,
we take care of each other. So the jungle is basically one of my instruments for me.
Okay.
To actually work with that concept.
Okay, that's very good. I mean, I know you use the chair as your iconic symbol to deal with memory, to deal with migration, but this is the first time I've heard you talk about community. And that's different. What made you want to focus, or rather change your focus a little bit from your narratives about memory and migration to something different? Is it because you've been here for a long time and you see the landscape of this country and what it means for people?
Well, I guess may have been the concept of isolation. I always work with the share as a memory, but then we also have shared memories. And sometimes my memory, even though it's mine, someone may have been in the same place at the same moment and have another one.
Okay.
And at the end, it becomes, and my share may be the symbol of my memory, but it's also a collective memory.
Gotcha.
Because the object itself can trigger memories and experiences and moments to everybody else. I may have mine, but I don't know what is triggering someone else. So that becomes, we are a community of remembering.
Okay. Okay.
So it always been there in the work in some kind of a subtle way, like, not like right in front, but always being, like when you have one share, most likely you'll make another one to accompany.
Okay, that's a good point.
So,
that's a very good point.
Always being, I always think that the work sometimes for me is layers of stories. Like my work in 2001 may have been very different from now, but if we go back, you will see that it has been evolving to what it is now.
Very good.
So because I work with words, there are words that come in at certain moments, not because they didn't exist before. It's because right now it is their time
Okay.
to be part of the narrative.
Okay, I like that. And that's one of the most important aspects about this whole outdoor exhibition. It's about offering different narratives, different perspectives, pushing forward certain traditions that have kind of been ignored for quite some time. And now new voices are penetrating and bursting with this new kind of freedom. How do you feel about being a part of that kind of historic moment?
Oh, super important. I mean, well, I've always been very historical in everything that I do in my emotional way. But I love the idea of, number one, doing public art, for me, for example, is so democratic. I mean, you're taking a piece of art that's supposed to belong somewhere inside, somewhere not being be able to be touched, to a place where everybody can actually either dislike it, love it, enjoy it.
Okay.
And you bring, at the same time, culture and history to people that may not actually be actually thinking that they need it. Or they
Okay.
will actually be exposed to. I I mean, the history of handlers is, for me, the history of New York as it is amazing. And it has to do a lot also all this movement involvement of this different group of people living in the same neighborhood and changes with the times. There's never like a stop. It's constant movement of people.
Gotcha.
And all these people are actually have the same experiences of displacements, placement, home, place, and their park. It was their park. Now it's our park. But at the end, it's our park because everybody has a experience in the same place in different years. So
Well, thank you so much, Iliana, because that was really great because you kind of wrapped that up for us to make it, where we understand what community means for you. So thank you so much, and we look forward to
Thank you so
seeing the
much.
jungle this spring. Thank you.